welcome back to Talking Crass, your go-to podcast for two idiots talking about film. Beat, you alright?
Fantastic, mate. You're not wrong about the statement about two idiots, are you?
Well,
not at all.
we're not going to try and butter ourselves up, are we?
Never do.
Beat, this episode is going to be centred around M. Night Shyamalan's... Is it Shyamalan? Is it Shyamalan?
Ooh, it could be that, but we're not is sensitive enough to adhere the normal rules of remembering someone's name politely.
Right, we're going to refer to him as M. Night Shyamalan, because that's what we referred to him for the last 20 years.
Perfect.
Beat, this is one of the films that has made your mythical collection.
No.
Do you want to explain that? I
Well,
mean, we touched upon it on the thing.
Not to mysticize it like you have there. Just a DVD collection. Well, a Blu-ray to be more specific. I don't particularly know why I have it, but what I do feel it is, it's a good representation of what you like as a cinema goer.
Right.
So, the point I make is somebody comes over to your house.
Yep, and they look at your collection and they go, oh, you've got some great films in there.
Yeah. All right.
Do you like that, do you?
Well, it just says everything about you.
I mean, it's right under your Iron Man mask and your Kylo Ren helmet.
That is correct. So they'll probably never see the DVD collection because they'll be looking at that stuff, which is way more cool.
That's fair.
But what happened is, it took a hit because it's hard to keep up financially. So I kind of...
It's Blu-ray as well.
It is.
What happens when that goes extinct?
Well, 4K is coming in now with the black boxes, and I'm feeling it sweating already.
Is Blu-ray Beat not like the 90s? What technology? You know, like in the previous podcast one about watching Mission Impossible, and it was like the JVC headphones and cassette player. Is Blu-ray not the awkward in between of DVD and 4K?
No, he's the perfect thing. 4K is not going to catch on because everyone thinks it's too late.
Right.
So nobody's going to buy the black boxes,
Yep.
even though there are people going to buy them. I'm just justifying the means to buy Blu-rays.
Yeah.
And secondly, Blu-rays are the last physical form. The next one isn't the new 8K.
It's just going to be downloadables.
Everything's online now.
Yeah.
So to collect them, it's the end of the line.
Is that not like books? Like everyone's like, oh, you've got Kindles and stuff like that. Do you ever think that books will just... They never will, but will there be a scarcity of people printing books now that there's Kindles and downloadables?
I personally think they're two different. There is actually...
there
is a little difference between a book, so you can feel the page and hear it.
And you're not like caressing the DVD while it's...
I don't get a sensory overload from putting it into the DVD box.
Ooh.
People do.
Do you not, Pete?
Maybe I do. I do. You do enjoy going...
When you just slip that DVD in.
You do enjoy getting a DVD sometimes, don't you? I'll just
see, we still referring to DVD. What's the difference between a DVD and a Blu-ray? Because they look the same to me.
Resolution. It can hold much more data, so it can keep more data, and you can render the film in a high resolution.
Cool. Beat, on a separate note, Venom teaser trailer came out. Was it done on the Super Bowl? I think it was released Super Bowl.
Everything was released in the Super Bowl.
Everyone was released the Super Bowl.
We got Mission Impossible.
Yeah. Which looked great, by the way.
It looks incredible.
What do you think of Venom? Have you seen it?
Venom. Right, he's one for you. One for you.
Are you digging Tom Hardy's Venom?
I'm digging Tom Hardy's Venom.
I am as well.
I don't know if I dig his American accent.
Well...
Or wherever he's from. San Francisco.
Is it like a Bronx? He does like a Bronx accent well, doesn't he?
San Francisco or something like that.
Is it? I don't know.
I don't know what it is. I don't know accents very good.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is, he's one for you. Take away the Venom title.
Mm-hmm.
Watch the trailer. Remove any mention of Venom.
It doesn't look like... Oh, you're right, yeah.
Nothing to do with Venom.
It's a teaser.
It's a teaser. Look at other teasers in the past,
There's a few people shout up like, Raza wasn't sure. He said that he needs to see the suit first before he can make a decision.
Big time.
Like what you're saying, we can't really make a decision until we see the suit.
But there's nothing in there.
Surely it can't be as bad as bloody Topher... Is it Topher Grace?
Yeah.
It can't be as bad as that portrayal of Venom.
No, it can't be.
Can it?
Did you like the suit?
It was like a weird... half CGI, half plastic, wasn't it?
I hated it.
I thought it was awful.
Nothing against Topher Grace, right? But he's not the muscliest guy. But when the Venom suit came on, he had like weird,
like shoulder pads.
That's exactly it. Like
Dynasty
a quarterback.
Dynasty shoulder pads.
It's just weird.
Yeah.
I hate the whole CGI, and I hate also Venom when he's not a complete black. You know how it was all wiry and it had loads of detail on.
Yeah,
I don't like. I just want
black and then the
ultimate black and then the white. Bearing in mind, by the way,
he's the one for you because in the comic, Venom's all-time favourite.
All-time favourite.
So in the comics beat,
yes,
Venom
Yeah.
takes Spider-Man first, and that's how he gets the... Am I right in saying he goes to Spider-Man first, or there's something he bonds with a suit?
Total accident.
And that's why
That's
why the Venom costume looks like the Spider-Man costume, because he's bonded with the suit first.
That's exactly it.
So how are they going to do it in this film? Is he
They're going to scrap that.
Just going to be plain black?
This is Sony, where they don't realise you don't put in anything in the fans want, or what made the character good. They completely just use a generic stereotype of a storyline for a random human.
There's rumours on the grapevine though that Spider-Man makes an appearance. What's the dude called again?
Tom Holland.
Tom Holland makes an appearance in the film.
Right, spoilers.
Well, it's not spoilers, everyone knows, but
It's 100% going.
This is Sony rumours. This is rumours.
He fucked up in an interview because he was talking about it and he said, "Oh, maybe I shouldn't say anything about that."
Yeah.
And when you say, "I don't know anything about a project," you know everything about a project.
I'm pretty pleased that Sony's like kind of calmed it a little bit, and now we can have like crossover films.
Yes.
Because it's nice to have Venom. It's nice to have Spider-Man in this universe.
They realise they'll make more money.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you idiots, do it.
After Infinity War, we're on to the next stage, aren't we? So
yes,
there's going to be a lot of Phase 1 be phased out.
Wait.
And I think we're going to see Tom Holland a lot. We're going to see Venom a lot. Tom Hardy's Venom. I think they're going to run the Agent Venom comic book series. I think they're going to do the films of that. That's what they're setting up for.
Do you think so?
I do, mate.
It's a different character.
I know it is, but I think they're going to amalgamate them.
Oh, that could work. Hollywood always...
You don't need everyone else for Agent Venom, do you really?
No.
You can actually do standalone films.
Hollywood always mush... kind of... I mean, if you look at...
For our listeners, do you want to explain Agent Venom? Do you know much about it or not?
Agent Venom
just quickly, because people might not know it.
Spoilers for that entire arc.
Agent Venom's a comic book series.
Again, I haven't put in the time to read the comic books themselves, because that's what nerds do. What I've done is, I've gone online and watched YouTube videos on it, which is much more sophisticated. What happens is, we have Peter Parker in school. Mm-hmm. He gets bullied by a guy called Flash Thompson.
Yes, Flash Thompson.
Who is this all-star quarterback stereotype, you know, the douche jock.
Yeah.
Although he's part of the Spider-Man fan club, he's Spider-Man's biggest fan, but he bullies Peter Parker. Great stuff.
Good little
we
twist.
like it.
Mm-hmm.
Later on down the life, they're like, should we do something interesting with his character rather than having just a bully? After his high school days, he joins the military, gets his legs blown off, becomes an amputee, wheelchair bound, and the government come forward to him with this Venom project, which gives him his legs back. He bonds with a symbiote, but he controls the symbiote. And
he works for the government, really.
He works for the
government. And he goes on different missions and stuff like that. Yeah.
But the symbiote isn't evil. He controls it.
Right, okay.
Obviously, there's the few comics off tangent when he loses control. Mm-hmm. But it's really cool that he's using it for a force of good. I don't like the fact that they make Venom a good guy, but I see that as a different character. Mm-hmm. That's Flash Thompson's Agent Venom, not Venom, the goddamn, harmful protector or whatever it's called. The guy who eats people. Venom.
I get you. Are they going R-rated with this beat or not?
Oh, that's a good point. Definitely not. It's Sony. They've got to get the masses in.
I think I've heard they're going R-rated with it, like Deadpool. After Deadpool, the think about like following suit and going R-rated on it. I'd like to see an R-rated Venom film. I think that's the only way it can work, in my opinion.
I want one shot where the Venom symbiote kind of extends its jaw out. You see 15,000 teeth.
How does it eat? How does it eat people if he's a guy in a suit?
I don't know. I mean,
right, we're not going to go into semantics.
How?
We're going to have to rush this one along because our dad's going to get back in pissed in the pub and take over the table what we're recording on.
That's exactly it.
Right, Beat. So the episode's going to take the usual route. We're going to go into not necessarily top 5, true or false trivia, a few of your points, and then finish off with some fan questions.
I love it.
Looking forward to getting into it, Beat. In true Talking Crass style.
Yeah.
And with the film Unbreakable, we're going to go not necessarily top 5 films where Bruce Willis looks better than pre-2000s. So we wanted to put pre-2001 because it sounded better.
Right.
But Unbreakable came out in 2000.
Yeah.
So it sounds a bit weird.
Yeah, okay.
But I mean, we're not going to go into the semantics of it, are we? Do you want to hit us away, Beat, with not necessarily top 5 films where Bruce Willis looks better than pre-2000?
Right. So basically, the real joke is, it's any film after 2000.
Because we were watching Unbreakable and going, if he does this new film that comes out, which we'll talk about, He looks better in that than what he did in Unbreakable.
I think there's an important thing here which separates them. He just lost his hair at Unbreakable, and that changes a lot. But then we get used to the hair loss.
Yeah.
And now we see him, he just looks no different.
He got lean. He got leaner as well.
I guess he did. He's a little fatty.
He was. Right, okay. Anyway, hit us away, Beat. Go.
Me, first one.
Your first one.
I'm going to go on Looper.
Oh, mate. I bet that took you ages to think about.
Ages.
But we were watching Unbreakable and made a point. You know, when they cast that young guy.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. It was in Unbreakable when they looked at the college photo.
Yeah.
And we were just like, that's Joseph Gordon-Levitt in his gear.
Yeah. Good casting. Well done, Looper.
But why did they do that? And then when it goes to a flashback, bring in a guy who looks like young Bruce Willis.
That was the same guy. I'm
no,
100%.
man, it wasn't.
It was.
It looked done up like.
I don't know.
It looked right anyway.
By the way, great dubbing. Bruce Willis dubbed the guy, you must have, because he sounds exactly the same. Unless that guy is the best Bruce Willis actor ever.
Was that Robin Wright as well or not?
Yes, 100%.
Alright, cool. Right, Beat.
It was in the young
My one.
Oh, quick point, John. Sorry to butt in.
Okay.
Who directed Looper?
No idea.
He made a great film recently.
Oh, it's Villanueva.
Rian Johnson.
Oh, Rian Johnson, is it? Gee. Oh, shit, why did I not get that? Don't worry. We're moving on. We're not going to mention the SW once this podcast. It's been mentioned too many times. Beat. Sorry about you there. Shout that quite loud.
It's okay.
Beat. Die Hard 4.0. I think it was called 4.0. Though, he looked a bit rough in 5, so that's not going in. So I'm picking 4. I don't know whether there's been a 6th. I can't remember.
No, there's a 6 in works.
Is there?
But it's going back to its roots. It's scrapping 4, 5, and we're going straight from 2.
Tell us Samuel Jackson's going to be in it.
No, I think he got cut out.
Tell us it's set in Germany.
It's set in a Nakatomi Plaza kind of place, I believe.
Is it?
I could be wrong.
How do you feel about him taking up the role of John McClane again?
Great stuff. Get rid of all that shit. A good day to die hard.
I will say my favourite Die Hard's with a Vengeance. Like, I don't care. I will argue that point in my grave.
It's unbelievable. I hate this point. Like,
why? I'll argue that point in my grave.
It's so obviously just the first one.
No, it's not.
It is.
No, are you aiming for those people?
Right, I think it's a product of its
Simon
time
says.
for you.
Yeah,
All I'm saying is, watch it. Watch the second act, the middle act.
Yeah.
Boring as fuck. First one's great. First one's the best out of the lot. The third's good. The second act is shocking.
It's got him hungover running about bloody Brooklyn.
Alright, that's pretty good. I'll give you that one.
Right, Beat. You to go?
Sam Jack is a massive power. Sam Jack is a powerful agent employee.
Get him in. He sells cinema tickets.
I love it. Next one. What have we got? Red 1 and Red 2.
Shit, have I got that? No, I haven't. Good, I didn't pick it.
Retired, elderly, and deadly? Is that what Red stands for?
I don't know. Have you seen the films?
Yes.
What are they
One.
like?
I've seen one.
What's the first one like?
They just look like people.
Has it got Helen Mirren in?
Helen Mirren, aye. Is it Helen Mirren?
Yeah, it is.
And who else? Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman?
Everybody's like,
what are the
wow.
retired assassins?
Yes.
Right, okay.
And they're like, wow, these are paying us money into our retirement.
Does he look
fund.
better in that, Beat?
No. Not at all.
You just
but
thought
it's
that on
after,
top of your head.
But it's after Unbreakable, so he
Okay.
does. It's the science behind it.
Beat, I've got Expendables 1 and 2.
Wow. Forgot about them. I haven't seen them.
First one, he's uncredited. Second one, I think he's
Uncredited?
got a main part. It's like a little bit of a surprise at the end, isn't it? That
I haven't seen them.
Oh shit!
No,
Spoilers.
don't worry. I mean, I don't understand them being in there.
Okay. Again, throughout the podcast, there will be spoilers. We have tagged it at the start.
I love how he's tied into them action movie thing.
Unreal.
Like that genre.
He definitely looked better in there because he had to get Jack to be in it,
Right, okay.
alongside like Stallone and bloody everyone.
I like it.
I've got another one, Beat,
Yeah.
because you haven't got any, have you?
Uh-huh.
Have you got more?
No, I've got none.
Okay. Tears of the Sun.
Right.
Good film, by the way. What do you think
film.
of it?
Hans Zimmer
did the Hans Zimmer did the bloody music for it.
I don't know.
Is it when he's set in Vietnam? Is it Vietnam?
Yes, it is Vietnam.
We don't know much about it. We'll move on. And that was not necessarily top 5, people. Beat. Straight into True or False Trivia. In this popular segment, actually, is it popular? I've got no idea.
Who knows?
Hit us up. We've got some film trivia from a popular film website. But I've thrown a couple of red herrings in to try and catch Beat out.
Good grief.
Let's see if you can get the clean sweep this week. Beat.
Yeah.
Of all the films he's made, this is M. Night Shyamalan's personal favourite.
Oof. True.
Ding!
Okay.
1-0.
1-0.
We're flying here. Bruce Willis wanted to wear a full black leotard, cape, and tiger mask for his portrayal of the mysterious hero. He was talked out of this by Shyamalan, who wanted a more real feel, shying away from comic heroes.
So Bruce Willis. See, here's the thing, right? Bruce Willis now is like just a grumpy grumps.
Mm-hmm.
He don't give a shit. He just turns up.
It does, yeah.
It's false.
It is false. Could you not imagine him in full black cape?
I can't imagine Bruce Willis saying, going out of his way to say, I want you to put us in little spandex.
I want a hero in full black spandex, a cape, and just a tiger.
And just
like an orange tiger mask.
I can see the direct, like, going in the room to speak to M. Night Shyamalan. M. Night Shyamalan wants to get him in this gear.
Yeah.
What do these fucking kids want to see me? Like that. Like, can I just not wear jeans? That's what he's saying.
Can we do jeans and a poncho? Is that alright? I can't be bothered to keep going into makeup and having to winches into a bloody leotard. Beat. This is one of Quentin Tarantino's favourite films. True or false?
That is true.
It is true. How do you know that?
I know everything.
Fuck's sake, you might get the clean sweep maybe because I was Russian, so they're not very,
Okay.
they're not very thoughtful. The film derived from the first third of the original script. M. Night Shyamalan felt no connection to the last 2/3 of the text and decided to discard them.
Ooh. True.
It's true, Pete.
Yes.
So, he wrote the full script, only enjoyed the first third,
That's interesting.
chucked the second. So I'm guessing, where do you think it will go from there?
I don't know. Maybe some other 2 films?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe it does. Beat. Bonus round. This marks the 4th film to feature Bruce Willis and Samuel L. Jackson. True or false?
Okay, here we go. The Negotiator?
I've got the 4 films.
Have you got the 4 films?
Is it true or false?
Negotiator, This, Die Hard. False.
That's true!
Oh, man.
Boom! I thought you were going to get it there, Pete. So the others were Loaded Weapon,
Right.
1,
No idea.
1993, never heard of it. Want to watch it though.
Right.
Pulp Fiction, 1984.
Oh my god.
How would you not get that one, Pete? And Die Hard with a Vengeance, what we've just spoken about.
Hold up. No, there's not another one where he's an interrogator or something like that.
No.
He's like a hostage. Bruce Willis diffuses hostage situations.
Unless it's after 2000s and this is like late trivia.
Okay, I could be wrong.
I don't know.
No, it's before 2000s. Unless I'm just thinking of 2 films and combining
We're getting
them.
into a bit of spoiler trivia here, Peter, so if you don't want to be spoiled for a certain film called Split, turn off full podcast now.
Okay.
The scene at the stadium of which David Dunn brushes past a mother and child and senses the child abuse just before he confronts the drug dealer is believed to be Kevin Crumb and his mother from the movie Split.
No way. That is interesting. She has a very specific colour on though, doesn't she?
There's a massive thing about colour in this film.
Massive thing. We'll talk about that later. That's
True.
really interesting. Oh, true or false?
True or false?
Is this...
Have I made that up or is it true?
What do you mean? Is it true though? Where's it from? True? Is it true from a website, or is it true that M. Night Shyamalan says that? I'm going to say true.
It's true. Apparently true.
Yes.
Yeah. Beat. M. Night Shyamalan uses various mirror imagery in this and a lot of his films.
Mm-hmm.
This is due to him having a major fear of his own reflection as a child.
That sounds true.
It's false. Why would
God.
anyone fear their own reflection? Is that even a thing?
There's got to be some psychological problem where you can't see yourself.
Imagine that though.
That's just low self-esteem.
Ooh, that would be horrible. That would be like, would that be a super villain power in this universe?
Not looking in a mirror.
Not being able to look into a mirror.
It would
a mirror,
be,
sorry.
Definitely.
There you go. Several scenes relating to the Mr. Glass character involve glass.
Ah.
As a newborn, he's primarily seen reflected in mirrors.
Yeah.
As a young child, he's seen reflected in a blank television screen.
Correct.
He leaves his calling card on the windshield of David Dunn's car.
Perfect.
He's reflecting glass in his art gallery.
Ho ho.
His Walkman stick is made of glass.
Why? Why would you make something as... Or I get it, it's a metaphor.
Yeah.
Why would you not make it something that's not brittle as hell?
And, well, is glass not brittle? It smashes easily.
Glass is brittle in a cylindrical staff-like object shape.
Beat, you can smash windows for fun.
Why wouldn't you make it out of wood? Wait, right. You know when
So
he goes...
what you're saying that you should have a wooden stick so it doesn't smash?
It's also a mental thing. You know, if you've got a glass pipe next
Do
to
you
you,
know
you're
why he
going to
had
smash
a... This is just a bonus bit. Do you know why he had a glass cane?
it. Can I spoil the film? Spoilers.
Mm-hmm.
He's an evil super genius. He has to be flamboyant and show off his real hot couture.
Samuel Jackson came up with it, so it would be cool for him to have a glass
What
cane.
a guy. I didn't know that. That makes perfect sense.
He was like school putting it in.
Yeah.
Beat. I don't know why I've got this written down, but it says comic book scene behind him in one of the scenes of Thor, who for a time during the 1980s had a curse upon him that made his bones turn brittle and easy to break.
Thor.
I can't pronounce my THs.
Even,
If you listen to the podcast, you know this.
Neither can I.
Short-tongued.
Short-tongued.
True or false?
False. I've never heard that.
It's true. It was
What?
yeah, Beat's face.
What is that all about?
In the background, there's a Thor comic of the
I
one
know-
where
Yeah.
he gets broken bones and stuff, and he can't.
The one comic where that
I think so,
happens.
yeah.
Sorry, I thought that said this was a long... I had a long period of time in that there.
Beat. This film, Unbreakable, was made in 2000. What's interesting is, it was written, produced, and directed by M. Night Shyamalan. Beat.
Yes.
What do you think of that? I think
Is this true or false?
No, this is what I just moved straight on.
Okay, these just points.
I bloody love that he wrote, produced, and directed this.
Right.
And I don't think it happens enough in film. We have this conversation. We're talking about Justice League, Batman vs Superman. Too many cooks spoil the broth type of thing.
Like it.
It's a hell of a lot of work, but do you think it makes a better film?
It depends on the person, I guess. But, I mean, naturally, yes, in my opinion, if you've got both... I don't care about producer, because producer's a bit murky. Mm-hmm. That is basically, you get what you need to make the film, so it's money can be one aspect of that.
Okay, fair, yeah.
But, writer and director, it always helps for them to go together, doesn't it? You've got to be special to have them two together, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I mean,
unless you've got a really close bond with someone, and you know exactly what they want.
I'm throwing names out there. Orson Welles, there you go. The boy did a lot.
Christopher Nolan, Jonathan Nolan, what about them films?
Tarantino.
But Christopher Nolan didn't. Jonathan writes all the stuff.
Well,
they're still good films.
You get to pass because it's his brother.
Okay, fair enough. That's the point.
Person.
I mean, you need to know someone really, really, really
Yes,
well to work with them.
There needs to be,
so they know what they want to produce.
That's a great point. There needs to be an intimate relationship between writer and director.
So you're saying,
like that.
So you're saying there's an intimate relationship between Jonathan and Christopher Nolan?
That is it. Intimate, John.
Okay. Okay. Do you want to...
Wait, I've got a joke here. Wait, what's it called? What's it called when you
if you could see me face, I'm just looking down the table and like rubbing it.
What's it called when brother and brother have sex?
Incest.
Incestion. That's perfect.
I'll give you that one, Beat. I'll give you it. Oh, the films he's done, Beat. The Sixth Sense. Signs. The Village.
Do you mean The Sixth Sense?
Oh, fucking get that out here, please. The Village. People. The Happening. The Last Airbender.
Right.
After Earth.
Oh.
And Split. Out that list, Beat, have you got any that you really, really hated?
After Earth was boring as hell. How do you make a Will Smith movie bad? How does that happen?
He killed that. The Happening was just a joke.
It's a joke. I don't understand
We need to do The Happening.
I don't understand the film.
Since after watching this, Night Shyamalan's gone in Paul Verhoeven.
Yes, PV land.
We're gonna go back to, like, we'll discuss that further on. But I don't know. He's made some horrible films, and like The Sixth Sense, absolute classic. This you'll have to wait for our opinion on it.
Okay.
Split, was that a good film?
It was okay.
Okay.
It was okay. It provided me with the best twist ever in film history. But here's the real conundrum.
Mm-hmm.
If you are a director and you make 10 films, right? 9 of them are shocking.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean terrible. But one is literally one of the best ever.
Do you think it's just...
Does that make you a good director?
Yes. I do.
Okay.
I think if you make a classic, then...
One classic.
Yeah, because it's very, very hard to reproduce brilliance.
Okay.
I think sometimes in life, whether it be on a sports field, writing a book.
You always feel.
No, I think
But then you want...
something goes right. Everything, the worlds align.
Okay.
And you get it right.
Yeah.
I think sometimes it's hard to reproduce that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I do believe in fate a little bit.
Do you?
We're not going to go into that.
I'm way too sceptical.
Yeah, you are. That's where we differ. Anyway, Beat, do you want to go into your points after we've discussed that?
Hell yeah.
Straight in.
I agree with you on that point, John. I do agree with you. I think
Spoilers for all people. There will be spoilers for Split. There'll be spoilers for Unbreakable. So if you haven't seen them and you don't want to be spoiled, get out now.
Yes, sir.
Go, Beat.
Right. First point. Mother clothed in purple at the birth of baby Elijah. Foreshadowing mainly all to come throughout the film. There's a lot of this.
So if you noticed it, Beat,
Yes.
M. Night Shyamalan made everything to do with David green
Yes.
and everything to do with Elijah purple.
Okay.
Again, the whole... In comics, it's
Perfect
done...
opposites as well.
Perfect opposites.
Joker.
Even, like, to the point of where there's curtains in his kitchen that are green.
Right.
Like, the scenes are green that he's in.
The
scenes are purple.
The
that he's in.
poncho.
Poncho.
The t-shirt he wears when he's in the crash at the start is green. It's nice and thematical, John. A consistency. And that is just like superheroes. Each superhero has their definitive colour. We'll talk a little bit more about that later on at the end of the film because there is another point bringing up there.
Yeah, cool.
But it is... The foreshadowing levels are off the fucking charts. I realised... I've watched this film countless times and I was seeing stuff I'd never seen before.
That's fair.
Which is foreshadowing stuff. Next point. Choreography of the train is unreal. Isolates multiple points of view in a short amount of time without feeling odd. So the way the camera moves around the seats
keeps panning,
keeps on panning, and
very a claustrophobic feel,
It
as
is.
if you know when you're sitting on a train,
yeah,
and you're like in, you haven't got much, or an aeroplane, you haven't got much space.
Yeah.
I think you captured that, which is really cool, and it put people on edge. It
Yes.
put me on edge in that. I was watching that thing.
It's also
Something's going to go wrong here.
Also, you're spying on. It looks like you feel like you're spying on someone.
In someone's
'cause
conversation.
How many times have you looked through on a plane? Have you looked through and seen a kid or
Did you
something
make a point
like that?
about like? Do you want to just talk about the camera work now?
That's what I was just talking
Yeah,
about
yeah.
there. It's just a simple point of.
It happens throughout the film, though, doesn't it? It's like he enjoys a. Would you say it's a handheld camera or not? There's a lot of bounce in some of the scenes where he wants to get the realism.
Like a good bit of movement in there. I know what you mean. The point I was making on the train is just the way it kind of you can tell. It tells you everything perfectly without any dialogue needed.
Yeah.
So when David's looking at the girl, obviously she's wearing a short t-shirt. It lifts up. It's just so perfectly done, in my opinion, and in something I would never think of, which blows my mind. And I think it's so clever. I really do. Which has probably been done in the 1920s, fucking ages ago, and I'm giving the merits of that director to M. Night Shyamalan. It's probably just copy and paste, but fair play to him. It's the first time I experienced it. I love that shit.
Okay.
Next point. Crash is more effective as we witness it from the child's point of view. And then I've put a little side point and talk about how many films would take advantage of showing the train derail. So we get a bright flash of light when David's on the train and it crashes, and the next scene we get is his kid flicking through channels and he comes across the news
Unreal.
Channel, which is
saves money and time.
That is true. It's easier, but I personally think it's a bit more effective.
You don't know what's happened. You don't know whether everyone's dead, or you don't know whether you haven't seen what's happened. So you're waiting for that. You're waiting eagerly for that next scene to find out what happens.
There's withdrawal of information. Obviously, we only know what the kid knows. Also, there's a common theme here: upside down.
Right.
So I guess that's to do with the whole mirror thing.
Yeah.
Dichotomy, good and evil, spectrum. A lot of information's taken upside down. The comic book, the kid sees the train derail upside down. There's a load of shit like that. That's for more intelligent people to look at, though.
Not us.
Young Elijah got some serious style. If you look at the duds this kid's got on.
No wonder the dude's getting his bones broken. If he's turned out to a playground wearing what is it like? It's like purple slacks and a green jumper.
It's like I'd see someone smoking a pipe. You know, like them old-fashioned pipes. Cool as hell.
I've only made 3 points this full film because I left it to you. To be fair, I was enjoying it. And one of them's as if that purple present would still be there.
Yeah, definitely.
If you live where we live, I mean, you leave your bike unchained, it's gone.
We've lost 5 bikes.
We've lost 5 bikes. I still owe you for that, by the way.
I know, I'm sorry.
You,
Your golden bike.
me BMX.
I
You
know.
fucking got it nicked.
Well, I didn't think I did. I can't remember.
Anyway, we're
What was I gonna say?
uprooting old evils here. Let's go on.
To be fair, though, there is a point made in the film of if you don't go out there, it's going to go quickly.
That's very fair.
So it does pay attention to it.
But it's there a good 45 minutes to an hour.
It is. John, I've only got 1, 2, 3, 5 more points.
Well, that's brilliant, Pete, because we've only got 10 minutes.
Next point.
Okay.
Shouldn't David sense evil within Elijah before the final reveal? Or is that what plays a part in the creation of the he's a scam artist mentality?
Well,
Is it a
are
bad
you talking
feeling?
about his power?
Yes.
Right. Well,
This car gone past. We're not editing that
National
out.
Rally Championships outside
Right,
at the minute.
it's our BMX.
That's the one on my back. Right. The point I'm making is, he makes a point in the film saying you need to use your powers and have them honed,
Right.
because David's had the raw ability,
Yes.
but hasn't really pushed himself to try them yet.
So physical.
So he
it's
doesn't
mental.
have. It's a mental ability.
Right.
Again, like he's lifting the weights and stuff like that in the film.
Again, I don't know if I want myself to kind of delve into the science of his powers or keep them vague. I think it works better on a vague level.
Okay.
But I like the idea with the point that, you know how he thinks he's a scum artist, that it's his powers, but they haven't manifested properly, but they're just giving him bad vibes.
Yes, yeah.
It's really subtle to him, and that makes him think he's a scam artist. I
Yeah.
love that. Maybe that's the
Maybe
little
that is the
thing
point,
that
'cause
the
he is-
director's given us.
It's not like he oh yeah, I want to
agree
listen to everything you're
completely.
saying.
Yes.
I'm in.
Maybe he would if it was a fellow superhero.
Yeah.
Next point. Love how the small realization of David's powers are accompanied by the subtle introduction of his hero theme.
That theme. That bloody theme. Do you think we give average films a pass if they've got an excellent score?
All the time. All the time.
But this is an average film, by the way, just to clarify that. But who does the theme again?
James Newton Howard.
James
John.
Newton Howard. Boom. What else has he done, Beat?
I have no idea.
There's something massive that he's done. I can't remember.
Can Google.
No, screw it. Move on.
Moving on. Find out yourself.
Find out yourself, people. But what a theme it is. And like you say, it's that thing where you get it. I don't think we see it in modern films. Maybe Marvel, Avengers, but then it's blasted all the time.
Yeah.
I like to see a theme slowly build and build and build, and then bang! As soon as you have that heroic moment, it plays, and it's got so much weight to it.
Yes.
And if we ever make a film, we're bloody gonna do it.
We are.
I don't know who's gonna do the music, but
Yeah, who knows?
Who knows?
But again, it's not only just using music; it's that attachment to and having a narrative purpose. Like the music in this film is a representation of David's belief in himself
Yes.
to become a hero.
Unreal.
So it flutters at the beginning when he lifts the weights. It starts to build, and
Yeah.
before we climax,
is one of your points the pool?
one of the points is maybe that yes, it is the
Good,
pool.
because we need to talk about the pool scene.
But getting back to that, we're about to climax with a weight. He's about to believe himself fully, and he stops weightlifting.
Yeah.
And we move away again, and it goes. His belief goes a little bit, and it just keeps on getting stronger and stronger
Right.
until we get to the scene when he saves his wife out the car, and he's done his hero
And then
thing,
you hear a
and he feels great for himself. He's doing the right thing in life.
Then it dies.
And it dies away.
Because he's like, it leaves you on, are you injured? And you know that he's took a hit,
That's it.
and he's never going to realise that potential again.
So the music, bigger point is the music has a larger purpose than just emotion.
Telling a story
Tells the story.
doesn't happen in modern cinema enough.
Doesn't happen in many films, but
People want to put a lot of songs in that and sell on an album. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, less than a theme it's more of like a collaboration of just artists,
an amalgamation of different music and
Yeah,
artists,
yeah.
so that they sell a fucking album after.
which is fine.
Beat, no, it's not.
It's fine.
Okay,
It's good, but
yeah,
it's
yeah.
not unbreakable.
I know. Get your roller down your beat.
Will do.
Refreshing.
Throat's getting a little tingly.
Right, come on then.
Okay. Wonder what would happen if he got shot.
Yes, the shooting scene, I really, really like this as well. But
Elijah says
we
to
never
him,
get to see that, do we? Which is
No.
hinted at. Maybe just maybe, we'll get to see it in the new film that's coming out.
Elijah said, I never said you couldn't die.
Right.
Or never could be hurt. So he could be shot. I like the idea his powers are really human based. So he's just got strong bone density. And an immunity to all bacteria.
So he's not like Superman.
No, but
he's just bloody strong.
Really strong, disproportionately strong and disproportionately hard.
So if you throw him about a train carriage, now it's going to happen.
Yeah.
But if you shoot him point blank,
it's
he's going to die.
Through,
yeah, I like that.
Or it might not go through fully. It might just get trapped in the first layer of skin, I guess, or something. I don't know.
Yes, but he's going to be damaged.
That would be interesting to see.
Would you do that?
Would you shoot your own dad?
See how Dad's got superpowers.
That would bounce off him, definitely. He's a large man.
But would you shoot him?
Would I shoot him? Would I shoot my own dad?
When he ate me black pudding the other day,
I was a kid.
I was foreman. I don't know. I just thought it was a bit of a weird one, but fair dues to you, Shyamalan. We'll okay it.
Ooh.
It's definitely Shyamalan, by the way.
Is it?
We apologise, people, for pronouncing it wrong.
We do.
Move along.
I mean...
Move along, before you make any more jokes.
I'm just saying there's good intentions.
Move along, please.
There's good intentions, alright? Love the use of exaggerated colours, getting back to that, for each villain.
Yep.
Just like a comic book.
Does this go on my point of, check the supervillain out at the stadium? Oh yeah, we're coming up to that, have you not mentioned it?
I haven't mentioned it, right, well, we're close to the end of me.
Do you know when Elijah turns up at the stadium to find David?
Yes.
Me and you look at each other like,
oh, this is great.
He's fucking definitely not. You know, if you were in line to go and see where you were in line to go and watch a Sunderland match, there's a dude turned up in full purple,
glistening
trench coat, a cravat.
Yes,
you'd be like, that dude's a super villain, or there's something wrong with him.
That guy's a super evil genius.
He's the one for you. Went in uni the other day, and there was a dude dressed completely in. Is it David Tennant? David Tennant's Doctor Who outfit.
Right.
Except he was wearing glasses, but he had the hairstyle, he had the pinstripe brown suit. He was just going to lecture, but in that full gear.
Yeah, fair
I mean,
play.
fair play. I've got nothing against that. What a fucking legend. I want to go over and have a big crack one, because people like that interest us.
But you thought he was a super villain?
But I thought he was a super villain, so I just ditched it. I was
okay.
I was like in joggers, absolutely rough as hell. It was nice polar opposites. Maybe I'm his super villain.
There you go.
Anyway.
He's always the exact opposite.
The point we'll get out there, he would definitely be spotted as something wrong if you turn up to a stadium. Wear what you want, Christ. We're not saying you can't wear it, but
we will say you look like a supervillain.
Yes,
and you should have the mindset to accept that.
So what we're saying is everyone needs to be vanilla, wear jeans and a black t-shirt, white trainers.
To be fair, is calling someone a supervillain a negative?
Hitler a supervillain?
Hitler's a supervillain.
You know what I mean?
Super evil genius.
Was Gaddafi a supervillain?
Okay, we'll move on, John. We'll move on. No, we're not moving on from the point, though. So there's these vibrant colours attached to each supervillain, which I love. Greens, reds, yellows, just like a comic book. You've got, I mean, look at Spider-Man's rogue list, John. Green Goblin. It's in the name. It's in the name.
Also, while we're on Spider-Man, again, foreshadowing and... taking homage to comic books. You've got David Dunn. You've got Elijah's
Wood.
Is it Elijah Wood?
Wait, is that
no? It's
Frodo?
Not. That's Frodo.
No,
it's Elijah something.
Ellis.
You've got David Duke. David Dunn. What's the dude out the split called? Chris Krager or something like that.
Chris Crombolio.
Chris Crombolio or something like that.
No, I have no idea.
It's kind of the Peter Parker type thing. Do you know, like the alliteration type thing in the names. Move on before we make any more mistakes.
Sorry.
This ain't getting edited.
Going back to the colours thing again.
Okay.
It's the subtlety. They're not superheroes that wear... You know, it's not out of the realm of normal life. Mm-hmm. These are just colours. They're not like helmets, and they're not armour pieces, but you can still separate them as being super villains. I love that.
I love that. Are we on the pool scene yet? Because I really want to talk about it.
We're just about to get the pool scene point, John. Last point, or maybe second to last point. Mm-hmm. James Newton Howard. Wow. That is the humanity test. If you play that scene to anything, and it responds with tears or goosebumps, then it has the capacity for good. If not, then we can methodically plan a system of turning you into food and making money off it.
I was going to say Polar Express, but it's more Snowpiercer.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm moving on.
What?
I don't know. I totally agree with your point.
Yes.
What was I going to say there?
My point is, while you think up your point,
Yeah.
and this is a joke, so take it lightly.
All I was going to say is we'll meta tag the scene.
Yeah.
So if you're listening, bloody go on the info at the bottom and just have a look at that scene, please. If you haven't seen, well, you'll have seen the film. Treat yourself.
Stop saying scene.
Watch it again. Scene and scene together.
Here he is.
Oh, knock at the door.
Pause on the podcast.
We'll be back, people.
So basically, this point refers to where were we at, Jan?
Just come back.
Right. Anyway,
we were talking about the Orange Man scene and the music behind it.
Take this with a grain of salt, right? But I believe if you play this to an animal and it doesn't solicit a certain emotional response, then we have justification for eating it.
Alright, Pete, I'm not going to bite you on that one, but it's a great point you made.
Okay, I'm sorry, it was a joke, okay.
It's a really great theme.
It's a great theme.
I'm eager, I keep mentioning it, are we on the pool scene yet?
We're on to the pool scene,
Right, yeah.
John. This is the pool scene I'm referring to.
First and foremost, how weird's the Orange Man? The guy who's he's called the Orange Man because he's in a full orange overall.
Yes.
I like the guy. I think the part's played well. He's really freaky.
He is weird.
And he doesn't say a lot.
It's that scene from where he spits on the lass with the beer.
And he's got the beer and that.
So I guess the idea is he was a prison convict.
I also love
correct?
No, he's just a janitor. He's just a janitor.
No, I get the feeling they're prison robes, which have doubled as janitorial robes.
I don't think so. I think he's just a janitor.
Really?
But what was the point I was going to make? The camera work when he gets pushed off the ledge to go into the pool.
Oh, and it spins.
And it really fucks up your mind. I think that's great. You've got to give it to Shyamalan. Like some of his work is brilliant.
Yeah.
You know more about this than what I do because you're actually studying it. But
right,
it's a very artistic film. This. Would you say so or not? A
artistic,
lot of people see this.
I mean,
it's got 50-60% on Metacritic and stuff like that. There's a lot of people who don't like the film, and I don't really understand that. I think you've got to look past it.
Well,
it is slow in parts. We'll get on to that though. Sorry.
Is it? Well, this is the thing. This film is. This has happened with a few other films as well on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, but I'll stop you there. We'll talk about it at the end when we're on to final rating.
Okay. Anyway,
that scene when he comes out of the pool.
If you don't feel like you're drowning with him, I don't think you're not human. You know, empathy is a big thing. I think director's job is to make you empathise as much as possible. You just feel like you're choking alive. That shot from above when it's got the top on the pool and all the weights come off, but it shows him sink under. It's just, oh my goodness.
And then when he comes out and he stands up and you've got the two kids there looking up at him in awe.
Yeah.
And he's the hero.
And he's the hero.
Booms.
The music.
He's accepted what he is.
The music climaxes big time.
And then we get that lovely shot of a fake wall when he goes upstairs.
Yes. Then we get
chokes the guy out.
A lovely new piece of music where it's kind of he's doing the right thing.
I just think
trumpets mean a higher power.
That is you can say what you want. You know, everyone has got opinions. I don't know what you think, but that scene is one of my favourite scenes in film history.
Right.
Along with Binary Sunset out of Star Wars.
Yes.
Along with the scene with Tuco, Good, Bad, the Ugly at the end.
Yes.
It's in there. Them the only two scenes I can think of on the top of your head.
Okay.
But it's in there. I don't know, would you agree?
I'd agree completely.
Yeah, cool.
Absolutely.
Does that wrap the points up, B, or not?
That wraps the points up, John.
We will talk about the end now. Spoilers. We'll talk a bit about Split as well.
Right.
So, before we go into final ratings, goes back to Elijah, and Elijah is obviously arrested because you find out when David touches his hand, he's got the power, like what you were talking about earlier in the podcast.
Bingo.
Finds out that he's actually is a super villain and mass murderer.
Yes.
What do you think about that twist, Pete?
This is interesting. So I posed the question to you, John.
Mm-hmm.
Do the ends justify the means?
Not at all. He's killed loads of people.
Yeah, I know. I am in agreement with you, but it's interesting to argue on a point.
For himself being able to relax knowing who he is.
Right.
Because he's found this guy.
But it's not only...
We also...
to play devil's advocate, right?
We saw an interesting little post. What was it like? Guy,
Oh,
baby in Puerto Rico survives or something like that.
Lone Mexican mudslide or something like
Yeah,
that.
so
there's hints there to other superheroes being out there.
If they wanted to broaden the
But
universe.
wouldn't he have acted on that info? Wouldn't he have travelled to the mudslide
probably
and found the child?
Probably, yeah.
Or maybe he's waiting for it to grow up?
Mm,
Anyway, point I was going to make is, on Devil's Advocate,
yeah.
it's not only just finding David who can save people, it's the realisation for David that there's superhero powers and a spectrum of superheroes in the world.
Yeah.
So then he can find others,
Mm.
which would start a kind of chain reaction of, I don't know, Justice League.
And a quick one at the end as well. Spoilers. If you haven't seen Split, I haven't seen it, but I know the ending because Beats told us.
Right.
It's in the Unbreakable universe because Bruce Willis turns up at the end.
Who knew?
Are you looking for the new film? I am really looking for the new film.
No.
You're not?
Not at all.
I want to see Bruce Willis in this role again.
One film should have ended it.
Samuel Jackson back in.
Do not
What M.
control
Night
it.
Shyamalan has said, he said he had no intention of making a third film unless it can stand alone. It's just a standalone film, which I enjoy.
I get the feeling it can sour my Unbreakable experience. You know when you talk about a film that doesn't... you know when a reboot comes out and people are angry?
What, like SW? We're not
Yeah,
mentioning.
okay.
We're not mentioning it.
Okay, you know when a reboot comes out and it ruins a film franchise?
Yes, yeah, and you don't want to go and see it ever again.
But then you're like, right, here's the perfect example. Episodes 1, 2 and 3 of Star Wars.
We're not mentioning. No.
It's
We're not mentioning Star Wars. Get off it. Think of something else. Jurassic Park. Jaws 4 with Michael Caine in.
Okay, right. People see it and still enjoy the first film. It doesn't make it any worse.
Mhm.
I feel this will because this is the same
Right, okay.
character.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. Beat.
Okay.
Final ratings, Beat. Enjoyed the film.
It's one of my favourites of all time.
One of your favourites of all time.
Oh, absolutely. Like top 5 for us.
Top 5.
If I could put it into a top
Really?
5 list, it would be in top 5.
So, like we were saying before, why does it have a 50 to 60% rating on Metacritic?
Because Metacritic or Rotten Tomatoes.
Rotten Tomatoes,
Metacritic's
same
a
thing.
mess.
About 50-60% Rotten Tomatoes.
So this is why I don't like Rotten Tomatoes.
Me lecturer at uni, who we're going to get on the podcast because he loves his film. It's got
Okay.
nothing to do with film, by the way. He's an English teacher,
Right.
English lecturer.
That's film for
But
you.
he links everything for film. And he's a great, cracking lad, so we'll get him on. He said, going on judging off Netflix,
Yes.
he only watches films that's got a shit rating on Netflix because that makes them a good film.
Right. That's
'Cause
perfect.
That's what he
logical sense.
says. You know what I mean? But
Don't watch Amy Schumer.
so final ratings, Beat, where you putting it?
Take a guess, John.
I'll let you do the old spiel of what you enjoyed about the film, and then surely we can't put it into what I'm thinking about, can we?
It's Crass Holler.
It's Crass Holler, people. I'd like to say we've gone away from battering films because we took a bit of stick for that. We need to watch a bad film because our last 5 episodes
Yeah.
have all gone into Crass Holler.
Have they?
Yes. So what's the point of having a rating system?
Mission Impossible went to Crass Holler, did it?
Yeah. Yes, it did.
Okay, that's okay. That's fine. We'll forget about that.
All right, it's in Crass Holler, people.
John,
Interesting. Next episode's going to be Black Panther. Got rave reviews. We'll see. And I know I'm looking at Beat's eyes, and Beat wants to hate it. Beat wants to go to see Black Panther and he wants to hate it, simply because of how well it's done, how people are absolutely lauding it for being brilliant. You hate anything like that. You hate any normie crack like that.
I try to go into a film as quiet as possible. I don't like seeing...
And you've heard a lot about it, so you're not really...
And I just don't like when Twitter pushes something.
I can't wait. It's got the cover on Twitter. The top... If you go on Twitter, actual...
All the time.
It's got the cover photo is Black Panther. How much was that cost for
A
advertising?
lot. Anyway, have you seen the album cover? The album cover looks mint.
Album's meant to be mint as well.
It is, but it's not a score. It's just random artists.
It's not a score, it's random
It's
artists.
the prophet Kendrick Lamar, but fair play.
I bloody love Black Panther. I thought he was great in The Avengers. I'm really looking
T'Challa.
forward to this.
Chadwick
this film.
Boseman is unreal.
Quality.
I need to watch that baseball film he's in. I think it's called like 96 or something like that. It looks mint.
Right, people. We'll end up anyway with a few fan questions.
I had a point to make, John.
Okay, carry
Let's
on.
think. I've got 5 seconds of silence here on the podcast before it goes. What was it?
I'll talk about how Beat loves roller coaster. Sorry, go.
That was it. Did you see, quick one on the end, the Blu-ray Batman v... No, it wasn't Batman v Superman. The Blu-ray Justice League DVD put on YouTube.
No.
I sent you it in a text message.
Did
Did
you?
you open it?
No, I don't think I did. I must have missed it.
It's the deleted scene of the black suit
Really?
for Superman.
Why did they delete the scene?
I have no idea.
Does it look good?
It looks unreal. Watch it back, people. We'll link it.
I need to watch it as well. I mean, I'm impressed.
And the Hans Zimmer score plays when we kind of... Oh, John's face! John, should we pause it, watch the trailer and get your initial reaction? Or should we leave that for next week?
We'll leave it for next week. I'll mention it.
Okay.
I'm broken. You've broken us.
Watch it.
You've broken
How
us.
they've taken this out of the film, I do not know. It's 15 seconds. He's not in it. It just comes out of a display case. But
Oh my god.
you know what I mean? Like, it's madness. It doesn't make the film great, but it's just daft that they took it out.
Beat, let's go into some fan questions.
Okay, we'll move on.
We've got at Just Another Game blog here.
Yes.
Lighter of the podcast, also part of the Loosely Connected network.
By the way, we should talk
Check
more
them
about,
out.
We should talk more about games on that subject. We shouldn't talk more about games.
Do you think? Our game crack would be PUBG. Right, I've literally... I'll get this quick one in.
Yeah.
Been playing PUBG ridiculously because we play as like a squad. There's about 7 of us play regularly on Xbox. The game's fucked, by the way, on Xbox. It's absolutely the most infuriating thing in the world. But 2 of my mates, Kooky, at Kooks10, and Macassa, 90, got solo victories. Beat's really good at the game. He got a solo victory. I was the only one. I like to fancy myself in the game. I'm not too bad. I couldn't get that solo victory. I swear to God. I spent 12 hours of my day yesterday getting one.
You're going to feel uni.
I spent a week. It was game over. I couldn't do any revision. I couldn't do shit all until I got it. Anyway, I got it. After being booted out the game 4 or 5 times. Moving on. Don't play PUBG. That's the moral of the story.
Come on, Game Blog, what we got?
Right.
We're going to steal your entire idea and go into games now.
Is Unstoppable, starring Denzel Washington and Chris Pine, a better film about a runaway train?
Yes. Wait, is it a better film about a runaway train?
I mean...
Is this in lieu to your joke you made about this train ain't stopping?
I think so, yeah.
Right, okay, I like it.
It is. Which was a joke that I completely did not realise I made. But I'm going to take full credit for
I
it.
love it. I'm going to say Unstoppable's a better film.
I like Unstoppable. I thought it was great.
You know my favourite part of it? Dewey out of My Name is Earl
When
when he
he's trying
leaves
to
the
catch
train
the-
on.
And he's trying to run after it.
How does that happen?
He definitely got sacked.
Yes.
People got that at NTFTT pod here. What would the plot twist be if you had to create a plot twist to the plot twist of another M. Night Shyamalan film? Well, that one I'll beat.
Okay.
I've got one.
You got a plot twist, have you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The happening was all a dream. Mark Wahlberg wakes up and he just gets out of bed, throws some shorts on, scratches his head, then belts the hell out of a punching bag. What do you think?
I like it.
No, it's the best I can think of top of my head.
Okay, mine's about the happening, but it's
Okay.
where Mark Wahlberg wakes up in a dream and he realises he's not actually racist. What? Alright, there's a little story of Mark Wahlberg apparently racially abused some Chinese people. And it kind of got brushed over. And I find it funny of how popular it is in Hollywood now.
We're not
I
getting
think
into that.
he's an arsehole.
We're not getting into that.
There you go, there's we twist.
Beat. Finally, we're doing a film that you can listen to and then enjoy. Add Boss Bounty Hunts back. Hi, Boss from Bristol here. According to Mr. Glass, the villain is always the exact opposite of the hero. So if you guys had a real life polar opposite, Nemesis, what would she or he be called?
I like that a lot. By the way, that's a great
It's
question.
a great question.
That could be the best question we've been asked. Do I give it a boring answer? Mine would be Mr. Thin, muscular, short, social media user who doesn't like pizza and likes paying more money for regular brand Coke rather than going to Aldi or Lidl to buy the cheap stuff.
Bosk. My supervillain in life. The person who is the opposite to everything that I stand for. I'm going Ryan Johnson. It's a joke. It's probably someone like Hitler who burns books and bans pizza.
Hitler is your opposite, John.
Is he?
Yes.
Can we get away with saying that?
He loved art. You hate art.
That's fair. Ridiculous point B. Cheese for the question box. We're going to move on before get ourselves into any more bother. Anyway, Beat.
Next point.
Another point to make is, Aggro the Clown on our Twitter
Yes.
answered the question, and he said his would be Placid the Mime. Aggro the Clown.
Ah,
Very light. I like it a
good.
lot. Very good. And that roundabout ends the podcast, Beat.
I like it a lot. I like that a lot, John. I like that a lot.
Is it a slow burner, that one, Beat?
Lake Placid the Clown.
Right. You've got to get something filmed in, haven't you? All the time, Beat. All the time.
Shocking.
People! Our next episode will be Black Panther, I think. Is Black Panther out now, Beat, or not? We should really know this.
It'll be out soon enough.
Sad premiere. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the episode, people. We'll be back soon. See you later.
See you in hell.
Beat, how the hell are you now dressed all in purple with a cravat? Also, why are you talking in an accent very similar to Samuel Jackson?
I should have known that we were going to make the podcast way back when, John. You know why? It was because the kids. It's called the Talking Crass.